yeah, most of this is pretty meh, honestly, I think. We'll kind of go over the step ups, and then I think the RT shop and the DP shop is a little weak sauce, but I do want your opinion on the single cannon Dom if anybody's seen that. But yeah, here's the normal suit. Got that. Cool. Step up banner. Another 4-star step up. Pretty cool. Um, yeah, if you've been saving tokens, what is it, 2 months roughly? You can pretty much get a 4-star suit if you save tokens for 2 months. What do you guys think about that? Like, just as the step up thing.
I think they're great if you don't have any of the suits that are on that list.
Yeah,
But-
that's usually like the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
It's
Otherwise,
funny.
it seems like they're really trying to like overload some of the possibilities. Just some of them feel a little bit like token sinks. Always go for the discounted, like we tend to say for sure, because there was one on there. But if you have a specific suit, I'd almost just say go for that banner.
Yeah.
I will
Because
say,
I know, what was it?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, with the one for when the Hazel one was up, we had the Sazabi up too. So like, if anybody wasn't lucky enough to get one, that's a prime example right then and there too. That one's pretty solid. But yeah, the
I'm
multi
still a
one.
fan of them having guarantees.
Oh yeah. I wonder if there's ever been any big protests about that. Like, I know you got to spend a lot to do it, but the fact that it's the actual like we were saying last time, it's an actual like form of the mercy system that actually exists in the game. Like one of the few instances of it actually being a thing.
I think
It'd
it's
be
kind of
interesting.
nice.
Like, I can see how people have problems with it, but I feel like stuff like this is ultimately like free to play, player friendly.
Kind of part of the course, yeah.
Yeah.
Other games are a lot more blatant about it too when it comes to like premium tanks or premium vehicles and things like that. And technically we had that, but they're typically not meta. They're just typically just what's the word? Novelty suits and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I spent a lot on the Mark II, so having that mercy system, I think, is definitely better than no system in that sense. But it does. It's kind of like one of those weird double-edged swords where it's like, hey, if you spend this much, you're guaranteed to get this. But at the same time, it's like, hey, if you're supporting the game, supporting the devs, and you're trying to get it with the least amount, you have a chance, even though it's like the slightest, and like basically playing the odds at a casino. That in that term, just kind of nice, but not kind of nice. I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm taking this, but yeah, you guys get my feeling on that one.
It also kind of makes me curious about the general demographic, not only just in like Japan, but also the US in terms of the people who are playing this and like general age and income. Like if it's just a bunch of grown ass dudes who are like old school UC nerds or whatever, then they probably have a lot more disposable than like other demographics would. So maybe in that regard, it's not such a big deal.
Yeah.
But there's one thing that I've noticed, especially like on Twitch, I definitely have a lot of that free to play demographic, where it's like every other thing that possibly costs money is just like that's how they get you. Hashtag savvyconsumer.exe. Very big brain.
Hashtag not FIFA.
Well, for me,
but I mean, what all that tends to translate to is just being cheap as hell and not having the money to think about it in the first place. It's just like, then don't fucking worry about it.
I mean, I'm more in that camp myself, as far as like not. I mean, even if I just suddenly I won the lottery and I had like $1 million, I probably would still be just that guy. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things like, if it's a $60 game kind of thing and you've gotten the value out of it, then I could see maybe spending a little bit extra, right? Like how much time is a $60 game, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then like I could see you doing another $60 if you get that same amount of time out of it again, kind of deal, right? But also in games like this, dailies and stuff kind of feel like work when getting tokens so that you can get your suits.
Yeah, competitive games saying that you need to win, as weak sauce as it is to talk about, it is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, so like when it comes to the
It
point of
completely
like,
changes like the behavior of everyone on that day specifically.
yeah, if it's like now you gotta win to get your token so that you can spin. It's like, well, then people's kind of working for it a little bit. If they redid their structure a little bit on that, maybe gave out a couple of more, I probably wouldn't be as like harsh on it. But I think they could definitely come back maybe one step.
Two
Like
wins.
the formula that they have for limited suits to me is kind of okay, because like even the win stuff you don't necessarily like in either instance you don't have to do it in rated. We just tend to because they're actually like trying to climb, and like in my case I'm trying to do clans and stuff, so I need to like not only maintain but keep going higher. Like the fact that I lost A plus pisses me the hell off, but like so regardless I'm just gonna be in rated for a lot of those stipulations. So for me it's not a big deal, but I know a lot of people who like to curate their matches and take their time, and having those kind of constraints, especially if you're not one to grind out for other things, might be a bit of a pain, because it's just kind of forcing you into situations that you may not want during certain times of the day just because of the time limits and stuff. Also, did we talk about it last? No, it didn't happen last time. I guess this is kind of a side thing, but it wasn't mentioned in the notes. But the fact that Mix-Up is still gone.
Oh yeah.
From customs. Speaking of the grind, has pretty much fucked up how people tend to do their grind for tokens and crates and stuff. A lot of people have
Mix-Up broke.
And the funny thing is that they've been doing all these advertisements for Code Fairy, which, by the way, while we're talking about value and people spending money, I always kind of treated that as like a token pack with like a game attached to it. Like I love that. I like that game, and I hope that they do more with it. But to me, it was going to have value regardless of how long it was or how like extensive it was, just because you're getting suits, you're getting tokens, and all this other shit with the deluxe package or otherwise. But for, I guess, other people who were just hoping for it being its own sort of like standalone thing, I think it still has it in there in terms of value, but maybe not so much as we were hoping.
I'm glad they're doing sales already. That's what I was saying early on. I was like, if they do a
30%.
discount, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 30%.
Which I mean, it lines up, right? It tracks because it's holidays, end of the year. They want to get some extra sales, yada yada. And another thing, I hope that they meme a little bit more, even if it's just softcore corpo memes, because it actually gives the guy running the English Twitter just something to fucking do instead of just posting only when the banner comes up and that's it.
You know what Killy wants.
Oh yeah, I think we all do. Now who's going to deliver?
Battle Operation Code Fairy now on sale. Buy today.
Save the dolphins. I don't know.
Save the what the hell was it? The new type gorillas.
But
pretty much.
Kind of pulling it back to the patch notes. With the step 7, I will say, kind of weird that they have the Psycho Frame custom part in there, because it really isn't needed on this suit. Your lock-on time for its one like Psychomu part is really quick.
Have you tested it? Because I like one of the first things Corez was talking about when he got it was like, oh, I could just put the fucking Psyche part on this. Oh shit! So any little bit, because the part also does like a flat defense buff on top of like turning and stuff like that too. So it does other things.
Nice.
So that
I know some of you guys also don't have the part when you guys got your like news and Sazabes too.
I definitely
those
did.
suits would.
That's like one of the first ones I willed.
You're like, no, I don't have the step part.
Give me
but
the
I know it would definitely benefit.
I will say with this,
Did you see Tetris?
Give me the tea. I need the tea.
Oh my.
oh yeah,
but
we might add
thanks to the
another.
psyche part, I learned how to T-spin.
Oh my gosh.
Mm,
I
oh my
You
god.
had to T-spin it into the chance. You're like, fucking get in there.
Yep. How'd you know?
I might add another topic as well.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh,
we'll
no.
talk about the overall like winter event. But one of the things, this banner along with the moon banner in the same kind of winter event, I'm like, because the new one, the Suzabi, was in the same thing, and they gave 2 half-offs in the Suzabi banner, but they didn't give 2 half-offs in the Dagdaw, and I'm just I'm slightly disappointed face in that. Just saying. That's where I'm like, maybe they could have did a six step up.
Give me your money.
Or maybe the whatever they were gonna replace it with is not ready yet.
Give money.
But that one kind of got me with the 2 step ups, one not having 2 half offs like the Zombie did. I was like, really, 2 in a row, really, dude? That's one thing that a lot of people were like, no, my tokens, they all went on the new, or the moon, not the new. Why do I keep saying the new? Ah.
Because it's this new Sailor Moon Gundam.
And then
Someone must have done.
Gosh.
If you want to talk about like easy, low hanging fruit memes, that Sailor Moon references with the Moon Gundam should have been. That's easy. That's Come on now.
Get them done. Get them done now.
Get the content in
when
there.
are we getting the Tuxedo Mask update?
Oh my god. Tuxedo, you know what's funny is that the Tuxedo Mask is just
we already have it. His name is Haman Saba. Banzai.
We have so many roses, dude. Someone was joking, and I was like looking at a TikTok or something. They were joking about the fact that Tuxedo Mask only hits like with one rose, fucks off afterwards. It's like, why don't you just have more than one? It's just a fucking rose.
You know, it's like a John Woo flick, man. Since when did he have to reload? He just needs one, and then suddenly he appears with another one in his hand.
And look, the florists are all busy. The roses are in high demand. Okay. I mean, fights. You know how many fights Tuxedo Mask is probably in? 1 rose per fight. That's his motto.
He's got his budgeting.
Yeah.
But so as far as the other banners go, last week we had a 5-step up banner, which is a complete trap. And this time we have another one that's almost as much of a trap, except for it does have 2 really good suits, but they're on step 3, which is 90 tokens in, and it's the step up for the new year boosted supply drop. And on step 3 you can get the Rigazi, which is an amazing suit, or the GG, which is also an amazing suit.
Yeah, and then they have the Doga or whatever, and it's like, I hope we don't get that one.
And then there's the heavy arms, which
like, please.
is a solid suit.
Yeah, I mean it's decent, but it's just like what we were talking about earlier too. It's kind of like it really depends on your own situation, because it is 90 tokens.
But like, if you were needing a good raid, both of those are insane.
So, oh yeah,
they put a couple good ones in there for sure.
And then you got step 4, which just kind of sucks. Except for all suits are mobile suits.
Yeah, that's nice.
But they never said they weren't going to be dupes.
Yeah.
Right?
That way you can get all special dupes.
But
so I will admit that I did fall for that banner because a bunch of those suits from the last couple banners I haven't gotten. It's been a bit of a drop for me outside of getting the what the hell is it, the Hazel. So the Hazel I actually got Aoshied, where I fucking did a 10 spin on the banner itself. I was like, you know what, fuck it, and actually got it on the first. I actually fell for the half off for that one first. Then I did the half off was fine, right? Because like, half off is just impulsive. Like, it's there, get a half off. You never know. Just you might as well do it because it's just cheaper. Yeah. But the rest of it I shouldn't have went for. I was like, oh, but I could get the other suits I didn't get in the last week. Like, no, bad idea. Trap.
I'm still laughing at the fact. First 10 pull first box. Literally Hazel. It's like, I don't care what else I got. I got what I wanted. Leave me alone.
Luke, get.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Um.
Hmm.
So yeah, that banner probably a trap, but
Yep.
next we have a awesome New Year bonus where you can get all mobile suits free 10 consecutive boxes and 1 3-star guaranteed. The only thing is it's pretty much the entire pool of suits. So prep your
Dupes.
body for all those dupes.
The dupes.
I mean, if it
Dupe
gave
me
me a
up,
whole bunch
Daddy.
of 2 stars, I'm happy because I need more. I need more silver tickets for tuning. Please give me more.
I can't run my Hazel through without these silver tickets. I need them.
I mean, I just got my expanded slots, so I'm only on like the 3rd tier of it tuning right now. I literally unlocked all of them. That's how I was like, okay, I'm committed. Let's tune this thing.
There's like 1,400 million DP to buy the
Yeah,
rest.
pretty much. It gets an extra +5 melee.
And then oh, I guess there's the premium login bonus stuff. I guess we could mention that real quick. Gundam Mark 5 level 1. Then the second segment of the month will be the Kapul level 1, and then the Zaku 3 level 1 for the third segment. Other than that, I'm going to kind of be speed running this a little bit. Palace Athene level 3 is in the ticket shop. Well, we'll say that for last. Bolin Oak level 3 and 4 is in the ticket shop as well. Sadly, kind of rip for the ticket price and the level of those. But then you have the Dom single cannon, which I honestly don't think there's a single reason to use it if you have the multi, because
The interesting thing is that nobody used multi in clans. It was all single cannons if they're using something like that.
really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's got more like just the alpha hit damage, right? It's got more range, but that's it. Like you just have a bit more range and a bit more like just straight alpha, but you have everything else is just weaker. Like if the general, not even the raid getting on you, if a general gets on you, you have like no resistances, and yeah, you have less health.
Just gonna get bullied.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just straight get bullied and kind of more snipe. Whereas all the other weapons are kind of mid-range weapons for it. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like playing mid-range is the way to go with that suit.
Yeah,
And
hard to say.
multi kind of does that better.
Mm.
But that's kind of interesting.
At least it wasn't the Nomidas.
I have that suit now. My body is ready.
Just in time for a certain other buff that happened too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
But then we have the DP store getting the Bolin Oak level 1 and 2. There you go. Go get that one instead. The Hyzak custom level 3, the DP, as well as the Haimo Gelgug level 4, the DP shop. Then clan rank.
Oh
Enemies
yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a ring.
Definitely looks like a keeper compared to the
Yeah, it's
last
got to
one.
be a raid because we get the Mook version of Renato's suit. So sounds about right.
I
But
hope
yeah.
it is. This also just has a fucking heat combat knife, which is super goofy.
Yeah, the
I just
combat
want
knife
it.
I think is pretty cool. I'm like, dude, let's go.
Did they even have a demonstration video for that? No, right?
No.
Yeah, no. I'm sure one of the top 3 guys will probably put up a video or like has some gameplay of it out there.
You're
Because
pretty good at that.
that was earlier today.
I'm
Having
assuming
the
that's
little
like
pivot
400 or
knife is probably good,
452.
though. If it's anything
Yeah.
like the guard custom, those daggers cut people up, man. You
Mhm.
just
Right.
cut them deep.
If we do get some video of it, I'll try to link it down below if we can find one. If not, we'll talk about it next time we Have a
Oh.
podcast. What
Yeah.
To the YouTube.
What's the WAMM missiles? Oh, they're the guided missiles.
They're
from
basically
The
tow
wire guided
missiles.
tow
Yeah.
missiles.
Yeah.
They're like the BD1, basically, but you can steer them.
Nice. Looks pretty cool. I mean, the general version of the Spartan is awesome, so
Hmm.
definitely going to be cool to see this thing in action. But top 3 for the next clan ranked. Well, we'll get it finally top 4 through 10 for 2 weeks.
Huh.
Yeah. Top 40 probably won't happen until like next month or maybe the month at next month.
Next week though we have 550 4v4 simple on resource satellite.
Of
late night.
course.
My leg.
I guess the good
this
thing
is
about that is that since they do that first one early for the period, once we get towards like top 40 or top 100, we should have the next iteration of that.
Yeah, so that would be. Well, actually, I think it.
I'm
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it should be top 40. I think is where it'll still be at, and then we'll probably get one more chance at it at top 100. So, be pretty cool.
so
I wouldn't mind having one. Me like you, Raid.
they have a simulator one up, but I haven't been able to find one as far as like not the RG version.
Okay, yeah. Because I was gonna say,
it has a smoke
was
discharger.
the grunt one unlockable?
So the RG one has a smoke one, so it's like an Ifrit in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
But
Does
I
the other
know,
one have
like,
one? I thought it did.
so I'm sorry, the what?
Doesn't the general one have one?
It does. This
Oh,
one I don't know. This is based off of the Code Fairy one, so it's hard to kind of like take it with a grain of salt because they do omit stuff from there.
Because it might
like
be
they
different.
do. Right. So that's the only thing that I've seen that's on YouTube right now. That may change since what clan matches were just today.
Yeah.
So, but that one's.
Hold on. Chat's grabbing a video of the suit for me. Let's see if I can
Okay.
do this stuff.
Okay, hey, go ahead and kind of
Yeah,
give
'cause
some more thoughts on it. I'll be right back. Go check on something.
Yeah, because I know the RG, I played the hell out of it, and that thing's pretty nasty. It makes me want to run the dominance more, but the saber swings are really more forgiving with the Spartan RG than the other one is.
All right, I got the video. They said it's.
I'm looking at it now.
Soba.
So it's a 400 cost. Guessing raid maybe, or is it a general too?
I'm seeing raid.
Actually, I wonder.
Oh, okay. So practically more or less the same loadout as the RG, except for the melee almost, and grenades too.
Yeah,
Here's
I'm
that
seeing
other video.
dagger.
I'm watching it
bazooka,
right now.
Yeah, double pistol.
Okay, so moveset's the moveset is the Aqua Gundam, melee wise, unless it's got a third hit that didn't use. Huh. Interesting. What this?
Yeah, it should be another neat one. It's nice that we're having some of these lower cost like tactical kind of suits coming out.
So like I was saying during Banner Night, the Spartan's actually one of those suits that didn't really get a lot of media attention back in the day.
Yeah.
The guy, it was actually introduced by a dude that was doing illustration 89, I think. He did like the special Dozel Zabi F, not an F2, but the FZ Sakukai. And he also did like the Gabaldi Alpha and some of the other stuff too. It's actually pretty neat. And it looks a raid, but it plays like a general almost.
I like the neutral. Seems very forgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, Aqua Gundam immediately. Either Aqua or like the Aqua GM.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. It would definitely save them development time to swap in stuff.
As long as we're using those animations, right?
Mm. And it works. I'm down with that.
It seems good.
At least it keeps the dual pistols. Those things are super useful.
Yeah, that immediate blast down is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
I've got it up now. Pretty good. Yeah, as far as the melees, it really looks guard custom.
I'm actually surprised it doesn't have like a third melee swing though.
I forgot if you guys mentioned, is it full on raid?
Yeah, it's a raid.
Okay.
Okay, that launcher that it has it's really cool. I like it.
Yeah, the shoulder stuff. Yeah, the RG has that too. It's pretty nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the Spartan.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. Any other thoughts on it?
It's probably running at least 60 thrust. Probably 190. Similar to the general version.
Kind of hoping that we see it in the wild a bit more, if anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard basing stuff up on here. But it definitely looks very promising.
Okay, I guess before we get into the patch notes, I guess I'll just go ahead and ask here at this point, since I was going to say another topic, but I think we can cover it pretty quick. What do you guys think about the winter event compared to like last year and compared to other events this time around?
Feels kind of tame this. When I say this year, I mean last year, like 2021, compared to like the previous years.
Like plenty
I
of
don't know
banners.
if they felt hyper.
I think the suits were pretty solid. Some of the event stuff, yeah, could have done more.
Yeah, like we had if I recall correctly, we had a hangar event last year and some other stuff going on. But I mean, the suits this time around, nice.
Yeah, I can't complain about that one.
They definitely gave out a lot of boxes. So I think they gave out more boxes this year than last year. But they also had some other crazy things going on. So
yeah, I was looking at it around the time it first dropped, and I think overall we got more stuff than last year, but I would have liked to have gotten more free tokens. Like, I don't mean to look a gift horse in the mouth. I know they gave us a lot of free spends, but I would like to have had the ability to have some tokens to save for the raid or anything or something like that.
Oh yeah, especially since like the idea of us getting really good suits this time around meant getting several 4-star suits in a row, and the rates on those are still so low because there's still so few in that bracket. So you pretty much, unless you got really, really lucky, you pretty much had to just spend on that step to ensure that you got it. Let alone the bonus rifle if that was really your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a lot of it too is I feel like the other things where they've done the special supply drops, giving us a chance at the new and the Suzabi again. I feel like those everything else has gotten overshadowed by the moon and the Dagdaw essentially for banners.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we've had a few different options, it really feels like I've only had 2 at most. But any other thoughts on the winter event?
Hopefully they can take lessons learned from 2021 and apply them to next year, being this year.
Yeah,
We'll get something a little more exciting event
this is something
wise.
that this is something that I bring up every time. It's just a matter of like, what are the indicators going to be for when it actually is their last year? Are they just going to straight up say it? Are they just going to start barfing out a lot of stuff all at once? Because it kind of makes me wonder, like, we're at 700. We're definitely going to be trying to fill that out, I would assume. And we do potentially have other eras to go through that would have more stuff for specifically 700. But it kind of depends on how much more life the game has.
The unicorn. Well, I guess we can get into speculation. We can talk about that then.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I guess we can move on to unit adjustment real quick. From last month, I do have a couple of questions for you guys. What do you think about the Jetta nerf? Have you seen it used less? Do you think it was enough?
I don't really feel the nerf.
It still feels
it wasn't
insanely strong.
enough. At the same time, we also have was it the Type D or the Jagan D?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there
That
was
people
that
are
for the
starting to
event.
use more.
Yeah.
Now, has it completely replaced it? Hell no. Definitely see a fair amount of
Nah.
Jetta still running around.
Yeah.
But it's a more
good.
readily available option that kind of has people not trying to thirst for the Jetta as much. Like it's still very viable. It has good output on its other like sub weapons, and it's kind of replaced the Gym 3 a little bit for me. After I've been like pushing it for so much in like clans and stuff, which I can only imagine once I finally get the Jetta at both costs, it'll probably be doing that too. Because I think still compared to the Jetta and the same kind of like consecutive output or just the way that it works with its weapons, I still prefer that one more, especially with the more aggressive downswing and whatnot.
And it still holds up at 500 being under cost too.
Mm-hmm.
Like even with the range, was it? I don't think it was it range or was it melee debuffing? But like
ranged attack debuff.
Yeah, literally just I would say adjusting. I don't even say I wouldn't even say adjusting your gameplay, but like literally just playing like normal. I don't think it really did much.
Yeah, the
to,
numbers
like,
in the data
stop. Yeah.
hasn't changed.
I mean, yeah, numbers wise, you probably see a dip, but like effectiveness, no, this thing still slaps. Very solid suit to the point where it's just like can debuff it damage wise, and it's still gonna keep going like the Energizer Bunny. Just keep kicking ass.
The next thing, we have the Marine type. That got hit pretty hard. That one feels kind of. I guess that's not really a big highlight, but the level 1 definitely went down. It's actually performing below average now, by a okay amount. Gyaradoga, I actually was expecting a bit more from the numbers here, but it definitely brought it up pretty much to average. So, yeah, that was a huge buff to the Doga, as well as the EXS, getting a huge like quality of life for level 1, and then a pretty big buff for level 2. I've seen. I guess we'll cover both these at the same time. You guys seen any Gyaradogas or EXSs just coming out? I've seen a lot more of both.
Yeah, I haven't played a whole lot of Gyaradoga myself, but I know like the melee is a lot more solid now.
Mhm.
But haven't really had a chance to play it since other suits are kind of taking priority.
I feel like EXS has kind of always been floating around in a lot of my games, but
Yeah, that too.
I don't know. I'm so used to facing off against like Gear and some of
I
the
was
other
gonna say
Right.
Headgang
like some of
Gear.
the suits, so I don't know. It always feels like the EXS has been around, so I don't know.
Then we had the Gazome above. Freak
Gazome.
Knocked got the ability to hit things with its daggers a lot easier.
That made a hitbox better.
Yep. Seen the
I think I
numbers
remember
going up there on that.
Nox is nasty.
Gyoguk
So
Marine got above.
It's nice. It's easier to stun.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts a lot.
I still think it's too vanilla. Like it's nice that it hits harder, but and they added a few quality of life things, but I personally think the suit's like way too vanilla.
Same with the Gyoguk Marine. Like they gave it a ton of like, enhanced tackle, assault booster, maneuver armor. It gained a dodge roll at least finally. And a shield break thing, but yeah, I still think same problem, too vanilla. And then we get to the supports, and you've heard me sing the praises of this one. The Game Lock buff, let's go! So
Yep,
good!
finally gets to dig in and actually resist and stuff.
Dude, like the numbers, honestly I expected them to be higher, but everything's pretty much above average now. So, yeah, I feel like these should be higher. So the good news is I don't think they're going to nerf it.
Because like, I feel like that's kind of part of the course because like the option that it has as a giant suit to resist things is to not move. And especially in high cost, it's cool, especially if you can get the charge off, but overall that's stupid. So it's still getting bullied, and there's enough suits at that cost that have enough things that they can fire down range to just chew through that anyway.
But
so
like,
I'm not too surprised that it didn't bump up enough. They probably should have just done it for some other defensive things instead of just making it sit its ass down and praying to God.
well, I mean, the
It's supposed to be
damages went
sick,
up
though.
insanely though. It almost went up by 10k on average.
Yeah.
And it's almost passed up the average by 3k. So it's
Because the body beam is actually relevant now.
yeah, like the whole thing is just a damage machine right now. So that's kind of the thing that makes up for it a lot. Like you can tell in the deaths that it's actually dying more now. But you're winning more because you're actually getting more work done, even though you sit still and take it. But like for generals though, if they try to attack the thing, it's super tanky for generals just because it has a sheer ton of health. But you get like a Mark II Cubile on it, and it's like, oh no, my leg. But most things, other than like raids that have like crazy just burst damage, can't really kill it. I think the Mark II Cubile is probably the only thing that I think can kill it before it stands back up.
The Vargugulu should be pretty good against it as well. If you see it in crouch mode, just throw the butterfly edge at it. You need to finagle it a little bit if you need to. That should break it out of its stance as well.
See, people's been saying like the butterfly thing should do it, but I haven't seen it knock me out of it yet. So
if you resist melee stuns, then it should. I guess it wouldn't work,
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it resists.
That's primarily what that mode is for.
Oh, but I guess it worked like it's supposed to work like crouching used to. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like shock dampener, so It's only when you're crouched. So if you just melee neutral, you know, like I catch a lot of generals and stuff doing that all the time. They'll run up to me and be like, swing, and I'll be like, aha, tackle now, and catch them on the downswing.
Yeah, Magnum.
What?
Oh no, you catching me with my melee, trying to be cheeky.
But yeah, yeah, Gamok feels good now. Other than that, they tried to buff the Rick Deja. Looks like it helped. I'm actually curious why the damage went up so much, even though it really didn't gain anything there. I mean, it has a little bit more survivability, but yeah, really curious as to why all these numbers went up the way they did at that cost. Because really, all it gained was 1,000 health. That's about it.
I think just the fact that people were even bothering to run it at all.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe just the people who were running it are still just the only ones running it, so stats went up. And then they buffed the Zaku 1 sniper, mainly the beam rifle. And I'm really curious because they gave it also the stabilization device. But are these numbers that they're looking at actually the sniper rifle? I've always wondered that, because otherwise, looking at the damage numbers, I don't know that many people who actually play with the sniper rifle. Instead, they just use the Magella.
Yeah,
the Magella is just a no-brainer. But I feel like if you're gonna address anything, it would be the cannon or the rifle anyway. So
yeah.
But they made the range longer on it, right? Or I think it's something else. I thought they increased the range on the sniper.
I thought it
was
was
that a
the
while
damage.
ago?
I can go back and look.
Okay.
But yeah, that's,
it might have
that's
been
pretty
this
much
one. I just thought I remember seeing something about them increasing the range on that gun.
He raised all they did.
Was it the heat ray?
Yeah.
But
that
but
makes
yeah,
sense. We'll shoot more.
That was last month. Those are kind of the highlights from last month. For the most part, feels pretty good. There's a lot of stuff that, and I think this month as well, it has been really awesome for just seeing a lot of suits just come out of the woodwork and do some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess that's the thing too, right? Like a lot of these costs don't really have new shit dropping in them outside of like some of the Code Fairy infusions that we got earlier in the or later in the year. So like retroactively just making more suits appear more often to just really flesh out the roster they already have is probably their best bet. So they really get some other candidates for like low cost.
So this month we have the Ashimar as the first general on the list, gaining 5 thrusters, so a total of 80. Flight Control Program 2 upgraded to 3. Anti-blast stabilizer level 1 has been added. At level 3, it gained anti-melee or melee resist up by 8 to 25. Melee modifier up by 5, so 5% damage there. And the skill response time program has been given, which is, yeah, I actually don't know what that is. That's English translation problem there on that one. But then they also gave the large beam rifle adjusted so that it's harder to hit objects on the map. Thank goodness. I'm going to go ahead and look at what that skill is. So, I know I've already seen some Ashimars being played within yesterday and today. Pretty cool. Have you guys seen it or tried it?
I haven't seen anybody run it, but then again,
my community matches are pretty much like patch note test runs.
Yeah, they usually are.
Yeah, pretty much.
It seemed fine. I was playing against Crossbone and like a few others, and the Ashimar seems like it's better at doing Ashimar things. Pew pew, and you literally gets chop master on you and hits you with that kick punch. So it's doing what it needs to.
And
I haven't had a chat for it yet.
Oh, the reaction booster is turning capabilities and okay, yeah, turning by 3 is what that is.
You talking about the support skill or whatever?
Yeah, that skill that I gained.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, "What the hell is that?"
But yeah, so that's the Ashimar. Anything else on that? If not, we're on to the BD3.
Oh,
So we've been saying they should just unnerf exam, but I guess they're going to slowly do that by just buffing the suits that they want to essentially unnerf, which is just kind of funny. Because it gained melee resistance has increased to 20 from 10, which
10%
that's
increase,
huge.
yeah.
13,500 to 14,500 for its health, and turning speed has went up by 3. They also, for the exam, they gave it level 2, or it has exam level 2, one or the other.
I think it's
It
always
says,
had level 2.
yeah, it says unit skill ability up, exam level 2, so something like that. But reduced thruster consumption during high-speed movement, and consecutive attacks resistant up for the beam saber prototype.
That's the damage fall off
Yeah.
for consecutive attacks, yeah. I looked the other day. I think it's up to 70 now, if I remember off the top of my head.
Rather than 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, really cool to see this getting a buff. I've been seeing it at 400 again.
Yep.
Seems pretty good.
I've been kind of running that.
I've noticed the bulkiness. I had a match the other day where I was playing something on the. I was playing a Zagaki on wet base, and it was literally just like Zagaki and 3 BD threes
Yeah.
and a wet Gundam, and those dudes are very thick now. And at priority 3, why? Heckin' blues.
Okay, just let it happen, Emblem.
Right?
Heckin' blues.
BD3
Just
coming
let it
back.
happen.
Raids don't get to have nice things. Now they're giving supports 2 weapons. Like, come on, BB.
Oh no! Yeah, it's support
Hey,
Christmas.
this is what my original.
Wait a minute, Emblem. It's Christmas again. Remember last year we had like all the supports and like there was no raids for like 8
Yeah.
weeks. It's just support Christmases, man. That's all it is. You'll have nice
It's more
things
like
later.
it.
I want to have a yellow portrait, but be in the blue role. Okay. Thanks, Santa.
Oh man.
All the output with none of the responsibility. Isn't that great?
The full custom is a little bit chunky. Can I just be a blue, please? You don't get a dodge roll. Deal.
Oh no. But we have the Zaku 1 GS is the next one. Level 1 got increased HP by 1,000 to 12,000. Speed is increased to 120, which is pretty big at that cost.
Mm-hmm.
Thruster increased to 55, and turning speed has been increased to 57. And then they lowered the combat attack compensation increase for the downswing got buffed. There we go. So yeah, kind of cool. That thing disappeared. I'm not sure how much more effective it'll be. I feel like it's kind of that vanilla argument again.
I don't know. I feel like the Zaku 1 GS has a pretty good kit. I mean, it has smoke dischargers, Zuka, Faust. You only have 1 attack, but I mean that modifier increase. Holy cow! It hits so hard.
Disgusting.
Was-
It's like
how-
fucking
how big-
guillotine for limbs.
How big was it?
Hmm?
How big was it increased?
I'd have to look again. I can't remember.
Oh well, if it's that big, then yeah, 300 would probably be disgusting. I don't know about 350 or 400 though.
I've almost got it.
But any
So
other
it was a
thoughts?
10% increase, but it definitely hurts.
Ooh, still not bad.
It's at 140 now.
But
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on the Zaku 1?
No, it's a surprising suit that they actually bothered to mess with it. It's kind of been the pleasant surprise of some of the unit updates this year. It's just their willingness to touch on some of these really older suits.
Mm.
Then we have the Rick Diaz 2 for the first raid. Yeah, definitely could see this getting a slight increase. I was kind of hoping the stagger value would have went up more for the Vulcans, but it gained 20 range, which is nice. But the stagger value also went up. Also assault boosters got increased at all levels by some. Cool. And then the reload shortened for the prototype beam rifle, which is actually really gross.
Oh no.
Every 12 seconds you can heavy stun now. Let's go. And that's a piercing heavy stun. No big deal.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely feels good. The piercing heavy stun happening faster is big. The Vulcans, though, I feel like I'm not really feeling the stagger increase. What I don't know if you have the value
How
of
much?
that up.
How much? I mean, it's at 6% now. That's the same as the MLRS.
Is does it
Mm-hmm.
feel? I don't know why it feels so much slower though. Am I just crazy? Or am I missing or something? Like I don't know, dude. Like I'm like, huh? Definitely felt close, but I still thought it was less than the MLRS. I guess
Yeah, the
it's not.
fire rate's the same too. They're both 600 shots a minute.
Guess I'm just missing more of my bullets because things are faster at like 700 instead of 550.
Yeah, can't touch that.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's pretty nice. I like it. Well, knowing that now, that kind of changes my on paper thoughts about it. But yeah, it was kind of oof when testing it out. Definitely felt better though.
Mm.
The stuff helps. Like, high level assault booster is always nice. Getting more shots off with your main gun is definitely a good thing. And being able to have a rush down, build up stagger is never bad. And the range increase is relevant too. So I think the changes are pretty good.
Yeah, it's
The real
gonna be
question,
disgusting.
well, I kind of wonder. Like the real question, honestly, ultimately becomes like, is it better? Do those changes make it more relevant than like, anything of a heavy attack? I think that's kind of more of what it comes down to. I don't know if you'd still be running it over something else that kind of does a similar job and puts out more damage. I don't know. Consistency could kick in at some point though.
Maybe at 600, it probably feels pretty solid.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about 650 or 700.
I don't know. I think I'd rather be running the and I could be biased. I think I'd rather be running the MSV, or not the MSV, but the Night Seeker space type at that cost personally.
Does it go to 600?
I believe it does.
Level 2 650. Yeah.
Well, I think it's
No,
Yeah.
five.
the
I
Night
think it's
Seeker.
3 levels. I think it's
Oh, okay, they
500,
have 3.
600, right?
Okay.
I think there's 3 levels.
Yeah, regular NSV is level 3 at 600.
Okay.
But I'm just biased.
Let's see. Next.
Besides, the heavy attack is so good. You get to fan over people's bodies when they're knocked over.
Oh, you're talking about space type.
Yeah.
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 I think it only goes up to 550.
Is it? Well, I would still play the regular one too. Then
Oof.
I mean, if it has
I mean, I
dropped to
do love
600,
it.
I don't have it.
That's what I was like. Is there a 600? I want this now. That honestly, when I'm playing a raid now, if I have that at that cost, whatever I'm playing, I'm like, yeah, let's play that. Yeah, I don't think there's a level 3, but
Because I was gonna say,
Space
like,
type, yeah, okay.
we got the
Probably mix them up.
Rigis anyways.
Yeah, the Rigaz's probably.
Rigazi, sorry.
yeah, I think it's gross.
So it's
No,
like
you're- I wasn't
transitioning from
talking about
550 to 600. You're probably gonna be more likely running that
Oh,
instead.
Yeah, the Rigazi is just disgusting. Yeah, I'd say the Rigazi over the Rick Diaz too, for sure. But next on the list, the suit that had a heavy attack before heavy attacks were a thing. The Ag. Let's go. The powerful drill. It's ridiculous how much damage that does. And now level 2 got even more damage on its drill. What?
Yeah, it's pretty filthy.
Yeah.
Like,
Quite disgusting.
I pretty much 100 to 0'd a Faz with the Ag. What? That is just dumb. Ugh. I think I also killed a Dagdoll with it too. It is disgusting. But yeah. It also gained special leg buffer level 2 at all levels. Special right arm equipment buffer level 3 at all levels. And level 2 got that bonus to the damage. But also, every 10 seconds, you can pretty much guarantee a stun now. Instead of 15 with the missile pod on its head, where you actually, it has a crazy build-up stun too. So yeah, thing is insane. But yeah, that suit's gross. Like, I also like what was it? The double Zeta I like deleted. I'm trying to remember who was playing the double Zeta yesterday, but I was just like, get over here, double Zeta.
Noob Summer.
Yes. But yeah, yeah, the Ag is disgusting. I don't know why they buffed it so much at both levels. I can see maybe a
I
little
definitely
bit at
needed
level 2,
something.
but I mean maybe level 2 because you got like 500 cold districts that are coming at you. But like level 1, I don't know, man.
Oh, I guess they
Great
want to make
point.
things a little spicy, huh?
Yeah, because it's easy to get melted. I mean, honestly, not even the cold districts, the wet Zaku would take you out in seconds, man.
Oh
So, and it's honestly nothing's really changed about that except for a little bit of buffer, but you got to be able to get in there. This will help it do it, and giving it more damage is nice too.
Then we have the Freak Custom next, which just got a bunch of assault booster and maneuver armor changes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
why
guess it gained
people were running it
1,000
during
health.
clans.
And 5 thruster. But
Also, the lug missile pods can stun easier. Yay!
Yay!
They're pretty garbage, but at least they're good for good for like maybe something now.
Yeah, what's the
These would be
ratio on that?
completely worthless. It's up a lot. I think it's like 25 per now. Hold on, let me check.
Yeah, the firing rate I don't think really got touched, which is a little unfortunate.
Yeah, they're still shitty, but at least they do something.
Ooh. Oh yeah, and the level 3 gained beam saber damage, and at higher levels. Or heat sword damage, whatever I said.
Yeah, it's the missiles are up from 5% stagger to 25.
Hey, let's go.
Wow.
You maybe can stun.
Perhaps.
Well, it's nice because you can use them while boosting, so at
Oh,
least it
okay,
gives
that's
you
not too
something to do
bad.
while moving.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know. I'm just like, oh boy.
I mean, BD2 can also do that, and just
Oh yeah, I mean, for sure.
Everything
Maybe you're
else.
playing the cost.
like I was
where you
kind
can't
of
pay as
hoping,
much.
I was kind of hoping that they would do the same kind of like firing rate, or at least like speed, traversal speed. Kind of brutal.
Nope.
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 Now we
But,
have this. Oh, What goes
Yeah,
up?
this next one's actually kind of surprising. Gun cannon mass production type. Actually getting
Yeah.
buffs across the board to general units performance and the cannons actually.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised on the cannons thing.
Mhm.
So rigidity time has been reduced. That's really
Good
nice.
stance.
Yeah, less commit stance, and then ton of stuff across the board as far as levels 1 to 4 gaining speed, 1 to 3 gaining 5 thruster. That was 10 speed at level 1 to 4. By the way, 1 to 3 getting better radar. That's kind of meh. 4 and 5 gains 5 thruster as well. 4 and 5 for the rest of these is high performance radar going to level 3 from 1, frontline support going to level 2 from 1, and response time improvement program level 1 has been added, which is that turn speed thing.
Yeah.
And also level 5 speed going all the way up to 120. Pretty big for that suit. And
Mhm.
should have happened a long time ago. Thank goodness.
I love how they had to pretty much admit that they were trifling by putting fucking level 4 and 5 for this fucking thing.
Right?
It's like, all right, fine, we'll touch it up so it's not a complete disaster. Damn.
And then it drops for you. It's like, I didn't want this.
I'm really curious to see what the numbers look like next month for this suit. It's gonna be hilarious.
It'll be interesting. I kind of wonder if the how much the changes will impact the usage of the suit. I don't think it'll change at high levels, honestly.
No.
I
No.
think the savants that want to run that thing at level 4 and 5 will still would have been running it regardless. But maybe some of the adjustments will help it at the lower levels.
Yeah, like I think for the lower levels in general, it will just go up just because it has more performance. But I feel like these are just kind of apology adjustments for the 4 and 5.
Then the next support is the Shoesroom Diaz. New Zealand
You mean the
type.
New Zealand
Boo.
Yeah.
from the land? What it should be from the land down under.
Good old Rick Diaz of back problems.
Yeah, it actually got quite a few buffs. We have the HP going up by 1,000. And this is at all levels. Speed increase from 125 to 130. High performance radar going to 3. Man, on that one. Force injector level 1 added though. That's kind of interesting. Special leg buffer level 1 has been added. They adjusted the slippage. So floaty, scooty suit stuff. Quality of life. Let's go.
Here's hoping they do that for a bunch of other Scooty suits because, oh my god.
Nobody
Fucking
likes ice
Scooty
skating in
suits.
GBO2.
No,
I mean, it's
Garbaggio.
I like my scoot.
you know, Wonderland, wintertime. I mean, Christmas is over and New Year's is over. You know, still can scoot around on the ice rink. Speaking of which, we don't have an ice rink map. We have snow.
Honestly, probably for the best. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
I think it was interesting. I think the Shroom's only problem is hitbox issues.
For the most part,
But I've always
Yeah,
thought
it's
it
a
was
thick
pretty
boy.
solid. That was pretty solid at what it does. I in a few cases where I've had to play support, I didn't mind bringing out the Shroom.
Well, as far as damage goes, one of these I'm confused about because Vulcans are useless on it, but they gain 10 damage on his Vulcans. Yay! Okay.
All right.
So they're slightly less useless.
Yeah, pretty much. But the other stuff though was pretty big. The hand beam gun ×2 went up by 100 damage, and then the double binder beam cannon went up by 100 damage. The main thing with the hand beam gun going up by 100 damage is that they go pew 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 pew, and so that's per shot. That's kind of gross.
Well, the binder is effectively a 200 damage increase too.
Yeah, ×2 as well. Yeah. But I mean, like just the amount of shots you get out of the ×2 gun, though the beam gun is.
Oh yeah,
That's
you're
pretty huge
definitely
deal.
be using it to push out deeps.
So yeah, the suit looked pretty good right now. especially at its base level. I could see people using it. I'm really curious to see the damage numbers next month.
They gave it the ultimate to support defensive skill, Force Injector.
my
So I
gosh.
mean, it's probably set.
Ultimate defensive skill.
Yeah, that's still pretty much my only problem. Is I'm like, well, for some reason they like the Force Injector, but okay.
Ultimate defensive.
Because hi. Every other quote that comes out of an SRW character is about better not to get hit at all. Oh boy. All about the
Evasion.
speed.
These guys don't have enough getter energy, man.
Gotta go
What's
fast.
a dodge?
Then I was surprised to see this, but I'm happy. The Hama Hama. So, yeah, this is actually pretty big on this. Damage control 1, granted. Okay, pretty cool. It's gonna keep on with the Force Injector thing. Sure, I'll take it, I guess. Level 2 gained 5 speed, and that went up at all levels from there. Level 3 gained the response time skill. Now the weird part is the mine thing, but we'll get to that. The wired 3-barrel beam gun got a cumulative value of stagger enhanced, and now you can actually stun in one burst. Hallelujah. It's amazing. Instead of taking 2 full bursts, having to wait a second, and then shooting like another 2 rounds to even stun something, you can actually just do your 3 shots and stun. So, yeah, that's huge. Because then you got so many more combos you can do now. And they added another combo for it. They said it had lacking damage, so they buffed the damage of the mines. So now they expect you to, I guess, knock down the enemy, roll back up to them, and vomit the mines on their legs.
Mind brush.
Also stunning yourself. But you got more damage, I guess.
The stagger rate
Congratulations. You
went up
won.
from 25% to 35% on the triple beam cannon.
Wow, 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 wow.
Is that a bad thing? I think it's good. Like you.
Oh
stagger,
no, for the receiving end.
Oh,
Wait,
gotcha.
did they already do a buff to
It's pretty good to me.
Did they already do a buff to its stagger value?
No, there's nothing in the patch notes about them ever increasing it until now. They raised its attack power. It went up by 50 back in June. They reduced its heat rate last year on Christmas Eve.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
So not last year, 2020.
So I thought, yeah, you would overheat to actually stun somebody. I thought it was full, like 8 or whatever.
Yeah, if you miss anything, you're still going to overheat, but it's a little bit more forgiving.
But yeah, pretty cool. Nice to see you get some awesome quality of life.
It'll be interesting. The biggest problem to Hama is its hitbox, but
yeah,
it's fun to be in there, slap kids around.
I mean, luckily they've buffed its health like 50 times. Health-wise, is starting to look like a Zommel at this point.
It's a little thick, that's all.
It's got big shoulders. It's got really, really thin legs.
Very padded.
As an excellent transition point, speaking of the Zommel.
Yes. The missile tubes.
Putting the Nomites to shame in a matter of weeks.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, there's yeah, that too. So now they buffed the HE cannon and the Type 3 cannon. So
Whoa. Hold on. Can we please go through this patch update in order, please? You skipped the most important part.
I already mentioned them.
Hey, you didn't say what it was, Madam. You just said the missiles, okay?
Oh my gosh.
Please.
They buff the A2 missile launcher times 2. Why does it say times 2? There's no times 2 there. It's one actual launcher. What?
As typo?
Anyway.
2 sets of tubes.
It's got 2, yeah. It's technically but anyway, it fires 1 at a time.
The tubes.
But anyway, 50 damage. It's actually significant. and they expanded the explosion range, so it's pretty much like shooting a bazooka that doesn't stun. So you can like get a lot of extra damage by splash damage now from just shooting the ground or whatever target you're shooting. If there's another enemy nearby, you're pretty much getting hit. Feels pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah, pretty cool. The so yeah, that's pretty much it. It got a lot of damage for its missiles. They actually do feel good though. I was hitting a raid for almost 300, so in general, you're easily hitting 300 with just the base level 1 version. Also, I think I got the level 5 tube missile launcher, so if I ever get the level 5 Zommel, I can use that, I guess.
I was gonna say, based on Gush of Luck, you're more likely gonna be getting Grandpa.
Right. Or the Zommel. I mean, I definitely don't want it either. But then we have the HE and the Type 3. There we go. You satisfied, Emblem? I talked about the missile tube. Ugh.
Yes, thank you.
Missile
Just to
tubes.
bring up some tech from chat about the missile tubes. You can fire them while boosting.
This is true.
Oh no.
Did you
It's
know?
so
The more you
powerful.
know.
Did you know?
Did you
From
know?
this over 2, almost 3-year-old suit.
5 head, man. 5 head thinking.
But the HE though gaining 100 damage at all levels, and the Type 3 cannon gaining 100 range to 650, and 100 damage at all levels as well. But yeah, it actually feels pretty good. Yeah, with how much damage you can push with just the parts and stuff,
Mm.
kind of interesting. Now we just need to have another all Zommel comp.
Oh god.
Oh, God.
How about my Nomis? that I don't own.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, that's real long.
What?
So Noma will play the Zommel anyway. Still good to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Moving right along.
Also, by the way, just to move back on the Hama real quick, it would be nice for it to gain the Quest skill or the Doga skill, the Agdoga.
Hmm.
Pretty nice. While charging its shield.
Yeah, it's a little weird that it doesn't have that.
Yeah. Figured they would
Considering
make
that it also covers
give it that.
more area too.
But anyway, you're not gonna give it a skill, or even the the new suit, the Dagdaw could have the that shield skill as well.
Doesn't even charge though.
But I mean, it could just.
It
I don't
could
know.
alternatively just be a shield. I'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool too. I appreciate it not being a shield as a raid, so
I know you do.
I
That's pretty
bet
sweet.
you do.
It's a little buckler.
Hitbox,
Fine.
baby.
But anyway, that's the updates for the buffs and nerfs. Yeah. And I just realized I did not move the arrow. Oh well.
Nope.
It just means it's gonna take me longer to go through the timestamp it. But yeah. New suit speculation time. I guess new stuff in general for this year. What do we think they're gonna do for this year?
I mean, Moon Gundam still has a fair amount of examples in there, right? AOZ got opened up at the end of the
let's
year.
go.
Definitely going to be the big one for not only just high cost, but like a bunch of low cost stuff filling out.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question.
Maybe if we're lucky.
Do we think they're gonna do Unicorn by next Christmas?
Probably.
Too easy.
If we're talking about the end of the year, then totally.
Yeah.
Now the question with that becomes: are we gonna get High New and all that other shit before then?
Would High New then be anniversary?
High New would be good for anniversary. That'd be amazing for anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it would be too easy for them to like.
I think it would definitely be.
stuff.
It'll definitely be Unicorn, but they were already talking about how they would still struggle a little bit for miniaturized suits and stuff for victory. So I think it won't be a hard stopping point, but I think it'll take them a second to really try to wrap their heads around going further than that.
I mean, you know, we could still poke them about certain UC suits.
Yeah, right, that'd be nice.
You know, I seem to recall a squad-sized Xeon element, a particular side story.
Perhaps.
Oh yeah,
Tease
Sunil
that.
Zeong.
No.
It would be
They
kind of
waddle.
interesting.
They waddle.
Oh no.
Oh, the Titania.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
oh my god.
No, it's
I mean,
something. It's something that I've given up
I know
on.
what it is.
I know what it is too. I've given up on them.
No, it needs to be in there, man. They fucking
wanted
did it for
it so
cross.
bad.
They did it for cross boost. I want to hear that shit.
Oh wait, they did really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We gotta have the Akais. Let's
One
go.
of the
I
additions
mean,
for the arcade.
they did it in all the whatever versus games. How come they can't do it in this?
No TBAC guys. Sorry.
Give me my Akai. Ugh!
Maybe we'll get the big dome Akai from Moon Gundam, but
But it is also funny because you see Engage, not even just so much for the Thunderbolt stuff, but the fact that they were harping on Origin pretty well, and some of the other things that are in there. Because that's another thing that people have been asking for too, like variants and or just like really early age stuff from Origin being in this game.
And we also even have some of the variants from Code Fairy that haven't transitioned over yet either, technically. They really wanted to.
One thing that I want is for them to actually like just let it more of these lower cost suits use the shit that they were using in Code Fairy.
Right.
Give me fucking gems rocking beam rifles and shit. I don't give a damn.
I do think with the introduction of some of the Code Fairy suits into the lower cost meta, and it could be an introduction for Origin stuff, but I don't think it would hurt to have Origin suits in. Because I mean, it's just Grandpa Gundam with more gear, or the pink Zaku has extra stuff strapped to it now, right? It'll just be a Zaku with more dodge rolls and extra kit. Where's the harm at this point, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of suits and a lot of like weapon combinations that are kind of like that at this point. What harm could it do?
Yeah, I don't think it would hurt. Maybe Battle Operation. I know it's not going to happen, but I'm still holding on to hope that Battle Operation has a collab event. All the other gacha games do it. Come on, man. Let's get some other robots in here. Doesn't have to be anything crazy.
Well, we were crossing our fingers for more stuff for SRW, and I don't think that ever really happened either.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if they're going to do more DLC. We're just going to have to wait for the modding community to put whatever suits they want into 30, man.
Yeah.
Modding OP. But any suit specific you'd want to see, or mechanic, I guess.
How curious. What could you be talking about?
Repeat the question.
Like any suit specific you would want to see, or maybe like a mechanic they could add, or anything. Like we kind of called the using funnels to place down an area for a dot or some kind of thing like the Dagdoll does.
This took them a while to get it in there.
We've been talking about Dagdoll for so long.
But it's something that's already in lore. But I'm assuming that if they do like G-Door Psycho Mark 5 or something as a raid, it'll probably have a beam saber, and maybe the Psycho Blades will act as a melee weapon. There's actually a shot of Moon Gundam using the Psycho Blades as a actual like S-word kind of thing. So maybe we'll see something like that. It could be kind of like the box double beam saber kind of deal. Although I kind of hope it's not, because that would mean you only hit once or some nonsense like that. I need to be good, but you get the idea. Stuff like that could be cool.
Mhm.
You know, my first introduction to Moon, as far as like the blades and stuff, and exactly what you're talking about, was the little Gunpla mobile game, and I was just like, oh, activate Moon Gundam blades, and it just like transformed into a sword and was just like chopping everything down. I was like, oh, okay, that's my instant win button. Got it.
Oh, cool.
But yeah.
Very neat.
Every time somebody would mention Moon, I'm like, I don't think we're gonna put that in there, especially not what's in that. Like, when I was going crazy, dude, I don't know how that would even be a thing. Automatic meleeing swords? What is this?
I would still like to see. I'd like to see something now that we have a placed weapon, or I guess another placed weapon. Technically, we already had the a few options like that, but kind of like what we talked about with the dominance, how it has the autonomous turrets that it can set down. Something like that could be pretty cool. It doesn't have to do anything crazy. I'm not expecting a lot, but maybe just it just puts a little bit of. It doesn't have to do a stagger build up. I mean, it probably needs to at least 1%, but just something that you can just set up somewhere and it lasts for like, I don't know, 30 seconds or some nonsense. And it just shoots things that are in range. Maybe something like that on the support.
Yeah.
I
Would be
really
kind
like
of
that
interesting.
zoning thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Having something
Can we
that
actually get a?
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we still actually get a that dedicated colony map for once?
Oh, that
Like
would
an
be something.
interior of a colony.
Yeah. Space maps
We
win.
have,
Like, or
I mean,
sorry,
we still have yet to
low
get something
gravity
like
maps
that.
win. There we go.
Like Delaware Colony does not work. I mean, that does not count.
Yeah, low gravity
Sorry.
maps, please. Let's go.
They
Like,
should just go
side
ahead and
6,
do
Side
they should
7.
just go ahead and do a space ground map, just so you can be in space. But who cares about the gravity? Just make it Von Braun. It could be normal. It could be just like a normal ground match, but you're just fighting on the surface of the moon or something like that.
Right.
Something like that might be cool.
But
To give everything a solid booster and make it float. Just
There you go.
artificial flight or glide structure.
well, I mean, they
And I mean,
kind of
they
already
could
did that with the
also-
water. I mean, if you look at the
Actually,
water,
yeah, there
Yeah.
isn't a lunar map either yet. That's
boost all the
crazy.
way out. You're guaranteed to boost. If you full boost, you're guaranteed to boost out of the water at the very least. So you get these crazy jumps that you can do.
So I guess do that, but like just get rid of the speed down.
Mhm.
Also, kind of back to the turret thing. Like, you know, right now we have the Dagdahl, we have the Zusa, anything that kind of places a like area control, like, oh, you're not going through this choke point kind of thing.
Mhm.
I really like that turret idea. Like, maybe
You know where you
just
can
throw.
get that? In Gundam Evolution.
Oh god, no.
Oh my gosh! But like, you know, you throw a funnel maybe that shoots at an area, or put down a turret to where it, you know, shoots at a certain range, and essentially that kind of acts as a deterrent for anybody to go that direction, cuts off a choke point or something. I think that would be cool though. We got some like ranged version of that rather than just a here's an area, go through it and get stunned.
Another interesting map for space could be like they have the parts in the anime where they have the atmospheric reentry.
Mhm.
Maybe something like that where you're not really like gonna ever enter the atmosphere, but you're in the process of it. And for debris and stuff like that, to give you something to hide behind, they have things like HLVs or mobile suits with their ballast out. And like maybe the HLVs or like even debris, who knows? Like maybe they have like or maybe like active Salamis or whatever there, and they don't
You
shoot. They're
just
there
reminded
because
me something.
it's stage. But something like that, and you just have like a little sorry, I had to ban a bot, but you have a little like flare up effect because you're re-entering the atmosphere, and
Mhm.
the ballast cover is destructible after it takes so much damage. I mean, that might be a PS5 map.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking my frames.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but even something like that, just something to kind of mimic the feel of one of those re-entry battles or something like that. could be
Next
cool.
time a GBO3.
GBO3 confirmed. Remember,
That's on a PlayStation 6.
PlayStation 10.
I need to skip.
Of course.
But yeah, any other features, other suits, other maps, anything else you can think of?
Just give me more. Mm.
You know what? Here's my last thing I want this year. Here we go. Do something with Dahlia.
Oh my
Actually, give
god.
us some cosmetics, for goodness sake. For goodness sake,
Never.
come on.
Who's
Never,
that
ever.
lady?
For real.
Who's that lady? We need more decals, honestly.
I mean, we just need more aesthetic shit in general.
Yeah. I mean, I got like 1,500 recycled tickets that are, yeah. I don't want to do it.
But yeah, anything else?
Not an advanced
they
Hazel
should've
custom.
released- That definitely that, but they should have released the level like 6 Alex or whatever. It's Christmas. Where's my new Alex and Camphor?
Add it in the base
What's wrong
camp
with them?
and season it.
Well, I guess with that said, what do we think is coming out next week?
Um,
I mean, they just blew through another 4-star, so I'm assuming, unless they're gonna, well, that was technically our New Year's suit, so now it's just gonna slow down again, right?
2-star. Calling it.
Yeah, 2-star hell,
2-star
probably another
raid.
AOZ.
2-star Hazel 2.
That'd be cool.
I'm gonna say a 2-star raid.
Hazel 2 would be good for that. Just
There you
Hazel
go.
2 or Dualahan 2.
Yeah, Hazel 2. I'll go with that. Let's go. Hazel 2 raid.
We already have the Quell, though.
I mean, now we got it again. This is what Gundam had.
So is that like a 450 base then?
Mm. It is nice that they're filling that out a little bit more, but I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep that out without people just wanting more, like, higher cost shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're gonna make me regret pointing out the ports that we got last year for Christmas, and they're gonna put another like 3-star support. And I'm gonna be like, no.
Damn.
I mean, the climbing's gonna be good for 2 weeks. That'd be great.
1-star support.
I will say it is funny though how many supports are in like space and especially space. Like space 700 right now is literally nothing but this suit, and then everybody being like, well, if there's gonna be 3 supports, I'm gonna play support too. And they just pick random support, whatever that they have. And it's like, oh, no. Oh, well, I'm not dodging. But yeah. Yeah, that works. So, anything else?
Nah, that'd be about
Road
it.
Ferry on sale.
There you go.
Go buy it.
Okay. In that case,
Get the deluxe edition.
go ahead and get into those shout-outs. So, Aoshi, what have you got going on? What have you got coming up?
Trying to play catch up with Tarkov for one, because a particular somebody's already like 2/3 ahead of me. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna need some heavy lifting because you know this big rock on my back here. So I'll be doing that, trying to also catch up on the likes of Endwalker because I've hit cap, but we haven't hit the ending for it yet, and I've been told it's a emotional roller coaster, and so far it has been. That's why I haven't been playing it.
Yeah, gotta buy more tissue. I gotcha.
Oh no, like like it's funny that I'm joking about it, but like the way it's written and how all the expansions tie together. In short, it hits you in the balls, and then it proceeds to stomp on them even more. And it's just
Man,
like,
Magnum needs to
wow.
get into this. That sounds like his kind of game.
I mean, you know, Draven's been training on
You had me.
Dancer, so we already have
Had
the
me a
guild
kick in
ready.
the
It's
balls,
just
sir. Sign
y'all
up.
need to catch up and join up with us and actually do stuff.
You know, it's more difficulty wise, not storyline wise.
Hey,
No,
we
that's
want to
not
do it for
true.
Clamor because that's the
That's
real
not
end game
true.
stuff.
And you know why I say that's not true? Because the entire time you were playing fucking Code Fairy,
Oh, I guess
you were
that is a
rooting for like
tragedy.
several of them to die.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess if it ends in a tragedy, then yeah, maybe.
So we're waiting for you, lovely gentlemen, to come back and. Well, I mean, we shoot,
Magnum's
Draven
gonna
can
be
help you
consumed
out.
by Tarkov. This says that.
Yeah. And then what is it? Been kind of dabbling in a little bit of Infinite. Campaigns are pretty good. Just really wanted to play the co-op whenever that decides to show its ugly face this part of the year. Hopefully it's 4-player because the maps, the terrain, open world terrain, definitely feels like it definitely could support 4, if not 2. That's pretty much it. And also trying to keep busy with editing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, editing is hard. I right now I'm content to just do lazy stream tears and upload like episodes to YouTube, like Cubalay Mark II match, Battle Operation 2 Cubaloo.
Oh, I am pretty damn lazy myself. It's just more of like, okay, cutting this, raising the audio. Okay, this is useless. Cut out. Toss.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even you like edit out the respawn times. I don't even do that. It was just like, well, stream clip.
Yeah.
Stream
Well,
highlight.
a lot of times it's like
if it was just the
demonstrating
raw
stuff.
gameplay, maybe I would. But like most of the time, it's either something happening in chat or just talking. So,
not to mention higher quality video.
Yeah.
Because my streams are pretty low quality, but recording it's like, oh man, it's like night and day.
Well, Twitch also doesn't let you go from source quality either.
So basically, the highest that you can ever pull from Twitch is for non-partners. It's up to 6,000 kbps at 1920 by 1080, and I record at 2K resolution at about. I'm running NVEC, so it's probably the equivalent to about 20 megabytes. So it's pretty quality, pretty good quality, but it's gonna get compressed once you throw it into YouTube.
Yeah.
So, but like the thing is that even with compression, you can kind of tell that it's a lot better than stream. Which, if you upload or just do the lazy transfer part, it definitely shows. Especially if you're trying to show off a game and the visual side of things. But yeah, just my 2 cents.
So yeah.
Aoshi also has a YouTube and a Twitch.
It's true.
YouTube and a Twitch.
And a Twitter.
And he's totally gonna go on TikTok, right?
Hell no. Speaking of YouTube and Twitter, please find Gaming Emblem and Gustav TV. Just kidding. He doesn't have a TV in this name.
Down below in the description if you're watching this on YouTube.
Wow.
I already tweeted you guys like 4 different times already. Just all my re-spamming of stuff. Find these guys, follow them.
Oh, hold on, let me go on the Twitter real quick. Let's see. I'm an old man.
Yeah, I need to learn how to be a tweeter.
Tweeter.
I still, yeah.
I just learned to ignore certain things, but no, like literally, just you guys like these guys on here that you're watching. They are on Twitter. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitch.
Mm-hmm. If anything, I need to get more people on.
Really cool stuff.
More people on Facebook just because I want that extra quality for the videos and stuff that I throw there.
Mm-hmm.
You actually lock 60 FPS and some of the higher reses behind you being part of their affiliate thing, essentially. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I don't like the UI on Facebook. pain in the ass.
But yeah, Gustav, what do you got going on? What's coming up?
Same shit has been going on, the thing and the thing and the thing. So
The thing and the thing.
trying to get clan matches still. Unfortunately, we didn't place this week. Trying to go in for the next one. Outside of that, still going through SRW. Like I said, the game that never fucking ends. Kind of hoping that we start seeing a little bit more of the story take shape. We're starting to run out of like actual side things to do outside of the front missions for like grinding. So I don't know if we're gonna hit another mandatory story thing and then it's gonna open right back up again, or if it's actually gonna start like narrowing down now. But we're at 48. We're almost to 50 in terms of parts. So if it does open up again after we get whatever story part is required for that, we're definitely going to be going past the 60 plus mark for our episodes, which means it'll blow Cross Rays out of the water as the longest playthrough that we have on the channel. So that's going to be interesting if we actually make that milestone. But then after that, we'll probably be going back to, I guess, sort of our roots with Judgment and Lost Judgment. Definitely want to get those out of the way. Play through those because it's been a minute since I've done something like that since we've been on this grind for so long. And outside of that, just doing GBO2 every day and trying to wrap up dailies and all that as we speak. So hopefully I'll see you guys around Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Tumblr. And I was entertaining Pinterest, but that would mostly just be for sharing stuff, kind of like Tumblr is right now for me. But anywhere where I've actually had social media at some point, I've pretty much just put it towards that. So, by all means, take a gander. What about you guys?
Emblem,
Oh, right. I've been good on the push box the whole time, but not for this one. I am GamingEmblem. I do things on the internet like streaming and such. Twitch.tv/GamingEmblem. Gustav, it's kind of funny you mentioned SRWI. I just got to the part where I get to start pimp slapping people with Galgaigar,
Yes.
which is pretty good. But I don't know. I beat the secret boss, and I don't know where the end is, man.
It
No, no
never
wonder that
ends.
it might not. I mean,
Do
I
we
think I
have
feel like,
another wave of DLC coming?
not that I'm aware of. I don't know of any DLC 3, unless they just splash more people in. I know 2 got stapled on with Dedalian, with the SRW 30 and DD crossover.
Yeah.
But besides that, I haven't heard anything yet. Although they made it sound like they wanted to do stuff, but I don't know if they're going to switch gears to the OG game or make more DLC or what. So I'm not sure. But yeah, playing SRW 30 still. Of course, battle cooperation. Actually, Gustav was funny. My sister's been liking me when I play Lost Judgment. She'll actually come in and watch the stream, unlike when I play Gundam.
So
But
the
I
opposite
gifted
of our
her.
usual.
Yeah. My sister is always like, Gundam is so boring. Why do you keep playing that? And it's like,
Damn.
I like it.
We like making people salty. That is not us.
Yeah. I love salt. No, I like to get salty too. I wouldn't play Battle Operation if I didn't like the taste of a certain kind of salt. But I gifted my sister a copy of Yakuza 0 for Christmas so she could
nice.
get up to some pedestrian fighting hijinks.
I was gonna say you could also gift her a thing for Code Fairy, but you know what? Yeah, because Zero. It's been really cool seeing more people jump on that because of the sales and stuff.
My sister would never play Code Fairy. She wouldn't have any means to play it either. But she would literally be like, "Why'd you give me this robot game? No, I'm not playing this." But yep, we got semi frequent uploads onto YouTube right now. I actually need to go ahead and schedule some more. In that 2-week period off, I was lacking a little bit, but feel free to check it out. Some clips. If you don't get to catch the stream, you can get some little tidbits of some matches onto YouTube. See what's going on. Watch me bully / get bullied. I don't look strictly for wins. I kind of just see if usually I just see if I like have decent damage and beat my rival, and then I'm like, okay, I'll upload to YouTube.
There
I'll
you
embarrass
go.
myself. That's pretty much a gist of it. But yeah, gaming, video games on the internet. Wow, GamingEmblem. Go check it out.
Cool. And as usual, everybody's links and stuff will be down in the description below. But I am EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch, got a Twitter, YouTube channel, Discord, stuff and things. I also have other social media, but I'm bad at social mediaing, so yeah.
Do more social media.
Yeah. Need to get on that TikTok and Instagram, but yeah. But anyway, gonna be doing some Tarkov right after this. What a surprise! Actually, I'm probably gonna finish up my dailies and then do Tarkov. But which will probably just be one more match, I think. And then let's see, Tarkov, GBO2, and whenever I have extra time, Pokemon Unite.
Ooh.
And I need to get back on that ranked grind in the Halo because I'm slacking. Also, when I was going to try to get to Diamond and catch up to where my cousin's at, which I think he's almost Onyx. But
damn.
Yeah, that's for
Oh,
controller.
oh man.
So
sorry, I forgot to be impressed. There we go.
Damn.
Oh shoot, Onyx! Holy cow, that's a Pokemon.
Oh damn.
Oh no. But yeah, but I need to catch up on controller, not mouse and keyboard. So whoops. But yeah.
Oh,
I'm assuming those are separate ratings.
Yep, they got both, and then mouse and keyboard, and then controller. So there's 3 different ladders you can climb.
Huh, okay.
So, but yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it for now. And then I cannot wait for February because Lost Ark is coming.
Oh Lord.
Yes, and that's gonna be my.
You will never see him again.
Pretty much.
It's all over.
Yep. Gonna have a clan in there and a guild, whatever it is in there, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna disappear for months. But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, then we'll get back to New World, right?
Yeah, one day, like a year from now, when they finally maybe have some better features,
some content.
They're adding that next continent stuff and things. But yeah.
So many games.
But yeah, too many games.
All the games.
Yes, I should probably go on Monster Hunter World and do Fatalis again at some point. But yeah, that'll be it for this one, though, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know in the description below, or the comments below, what you thought about what we talked about and all that stuff and whatnot. But anyway, thanks again, Aoshi, for coming on. That'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Cheers, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Later.
I shouldn't drink my hand sanitizer.
Yeah, probably not a good idea. Just saying.
Gotta give it a good chug. That's fine.
Be like,
I mean, just
Mr. Emblem, you need some medic. You need that medic.
Gotta go.
You need some milk.
I was gonna
need
say
some
milk.
milk.
Oh my gosh.
You need the milk.
What the hell, Emblem?
What the hell?
What the hell?
Branch.